Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Tighten It from CZT Gale Sherman. Steampunkers, this one is for you. It is rather neat. Okay, there, and it seems, Peito. It makes me think of that without all of the aura-ing. I'm pretty sure that's the tangle. So you start off with setting a bunch of orbs. You know, whatever size, of course, that you want, whatever place you want. All right, okay, I'll leave it at that, I think. Then, and we'll follow the step out. And we'll put a line. It looked like she kind of curved them a little bit, so you do whatever you want to do. There were also some neat variation ideas, and I did include that in my version of the step out too. You know what, let's not make them all the same direction, Heather. It's like being random. And that is one with this one. It is a random type of tangle. So however you have them placed, and then the next step is to place some double lines. Ooh, there's no reason why we cannot do this. But let me think about it first. Okay, so just in between them, and again, up to you how you do them. Okay, I'm just gonna, in the spirit of you can do what you want. I'm gonna halabow one underneath this line. And if you don't know what halabow means, it's a tangle, number one, and it's also a technique. It's also Molly's last name. Molly is a daughter of Maria, and so we just simply, instead of going over, stop your pen, travel it over as if you're drawing, and continue on. Like that. That one is so little, it's like a little hop. And we can also take these out, to the edge, wherever you feel like. So, unless you have challenges with randomness, as I do, it's just hard to decide. There's always this, but if I don't know if that's right, kind of nonsense goes through my head. And through Zentangle, I work to shut it up. But sometimes I'll tell you. So just working at the random, and this is nice because it's just, there are some ones that are random, some tangles that are random that are like, in my realm of rating them, I guess, are like, just like drawing a string. That's like a number 10 on the out of a 1 through 10 on the randomness frustration level. So this, not so much, because we can draw orbs in different places. It's good. It's all good. And just like a lot of other tangles, when you feel like you're done, and leave it at that. And how fun. Now, one of the things that Gail mentions on her step out is, so we have created a reticula, if you wish it to be one, so you could fill in the background with tangles if you wish, and she has a very nice sample of that on her step out. Also, with some variations, you could put the different, now I was calling them screw heads, but apparently, technically, because Linda does like to take us down some rabbit holes, and I love it. in the verbiage, and so she was. So she says, you might also feel like getting fancy in step 2 with different types of what I have just learned are called screw drives. That's the place where the screwdriver fits. Screwdriver fits to apply torque. Okay, that so it's either wait, let's see. What is? I thought that Phillips is the plus sign. So she shows a couple examples, and I didn't know about the other one, the Frierson, which is a plus sign with no. Actually, looks like the Phillips has some rounding in it, where the that's hard to say. Frierson doesn't. It's just a plus sign, and then this normal one, a flat thing. Anyway, so you can have as much fun as you want. What a nice way to accentuate and play with when you're doing a steampunk tangle. Could just make that big and put steampunk, things, tangles on the inside of this. All right, so here's how I decided to shade it. I'm going to start with the, what are they called again? Screw drives. That's confusing because you have a screwdriver and then you have the drive? I don't know. Okay. I trust Linda to report out on what she has learned. But whoever created the name, I don't know about them. Now, you could darken in that if you wish, and I might with the pencil. On my version of the step out, I did it with the pen, and I liked it well enough, but you play with it however you want. So, did that. Oops, wait. Who was yelling at me? Thank you. Could add shading underneath these. Now, Gail kept these. Well, and I would personally, keeping with Gail's Tangle, and keeping them thin. So why not? Okay, I'm gonna call this up. So I'm gonna put some graphite on some of the undersides. Oh, and because we went under here, we can put some there. Now, I will throw in here that normally, when we're shading, we don't worry, and you don't have to worry about light source. If you do art and if you understand it really well and whatnot, feel free, of course. But I always like to let people know it's like we don't have to have some, extra knowledge on stuff like that. We do it to add pop. However, well, and I guess I say it because it doesn't have to be exacting. I'm kind of just putting the graphite on one side. I've decided, okay, this is down. Down gets gets the shading, and yeah. And I'm going to need to do something a little bit different. Well, I guess that's different enough. Bringing it out a little bit, because I didn't want it to look like a straight line of graphite there, although you can still see that line. I like to have it be... I like the gradient, not the... I don't want to see that line of graphite. And I think, too, bottom line is we do the shading so it pops things, makes it look cool. And I share it so that way, don't put too much pressure on yourself on it. Let's see. And for me, it's like, okay, I'm just going to pick a side. I think this side, I'm going to put it on this side of this one. Oh, and there was one other. So might as well be consistent. Oh. And one. Oh, that one too. That's another way to do things is just pick a side and stick with it and just leave it at that. And it looks really cool. And I like it. And you don't even have to be consistent. That was not consistent. It's okay. It all works. That is, I guess, my big point. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please click the like button. I appreciate that greatly. And if you like it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. So while you're clicking, feel free to click that as well. In that description section that I mentioned, you will find links to the step outs. And, oops, I see one more little place. Also, ways to connect with me. So if you enjoy my goofy style, you can join me online. We can tangle together with a bunch of other crazy Tangle addicts. We have a lot of fun. It's not, I'm going to dare say, it's not, as you can tell from my presentation, it is not your normal, maybe what you would expect. I don't know. I like to be not what you expect. And I'm just me. That's, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm definitely a what you see is what you get kind of person. But anyway, we have a lot of fun. There's a lot of laughter, a lot of creativity, and just, ginormous mutual admiration society. It's, like I said, it's a lot of fun. Come and join us if you want to have a fun tangling experience, and not know what to expect. Because generally, except for the paid classes, and even some of the paid classes you still don't know really what to expect. Not that I throw curveballs, but I like to employ people's creativity, because that's one of the benefits of Zentangle practice, is that it boosts your creativity. And what a better way to boost your creativity than to, hey, come join us on Tangle Time. You don't know what you're going to do. You know you're going to do something fun, though. And, we work through it. And the only thing that ties us together is whatever the tangle is. And I usually, on Thursdays, I will show, the extra tiles that we do, just as an example. So when you see, if you're looking through my videos and you see the ones that have a lot of something more than just this, then you know that that's something that, there was a class involved or something. And, so you can get just some kind of an idea. Anyway, it's a safe environment, I must say. We also have a private Facebook group, so if you want to have a nice place to come and share and converse and stuff like that, we'd love to have you. That link again is in the description section. There are 4, just I'll let you know, 4 questions to answer to gain entry. Also a link to my Facebook page, so if you just want to follow me there, great. I do, for the most part, I post all of my classes there. And there are a couple other places, but that's on my website, and you can check that out. You can also follow my blog on the website as well. And I've gone completely out of order, which is good. It's good for the brain to do things a little out of order from time to time. And I think that I've covered everything that I want to. This is a fun tangle. It's just so nice to have something easy, and you can just do whatever you want, and it could fit probably, any need as you're doing some Zentangle work. And even if it's not steampunk, I can see this in other tangles. It's totally fun. For instance, when you look at Gale's example, she fills in the background with Enzeppel and Flux. It's gorgeous. It makes for a neat kind of, either thinking like window frame, or it could be an interesting trellis because she does it kind of more in a straight-ish grid line. So anyway, take a peek, and otherwise enjoy it. And thank you again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.